I'm a cyclist and I live in the Pennines, and welcome to my channel. And on today's ride we're in search of the Twin Lakes Velo cafe, which is in Croston, and this is a rural village not far from Chorley in Lancashire. And in Croston there's a church that dates back to William the Conqueror. There's also a cobbled packhorse bridge that was erected in the 15th century, which crosses the River Yarrow. And today's ride was going to be a tough one and a challenging one, with over 80 miles of riding and over 4,500 feet in elevation gain. And looking at the parkour today, the route was going to be undulating with some open sections, and the cold northerly wind would play a factor again. And looking at the lovely blue skies, this could be one of the last good days of 2020 to ride your bike.
Okay, we're in Edgeworth at the moment and we're on a pretty good ride today. It might be a bit lumpy with flat sections. Good turnout, there's 10 of us and it's fresh. I'm also trying a new camera. This is a GoPro Hero 8, so maybe it might make the footage a bit more stable when we're going pretty quick down the roads.
And so here we are now on a lovely stretch of road, 18 miles into the ride, on the B6391 near the Whale Reservoir. And cycling around here, it doesn't half remind you of being in Scotland. It's hard to believe that this is Lancashire, and you're only half an hour away from Bury and Bolton. And that looked a bit quick there from Alan and Chris going around that bend. Anyway, Belmont next, and look at the colour of that water. What a lovely blue colour. And so here we are now, making our way into rural Lancashire. These are fantastic lanes, they're a bit like Cheshire as well. There's Owen just going through, taking a turn towards the front. Who have we got here now? This looks like Steve and Nick having a chat. Nice right-hander with a car. And now the road will gradually start to trend down and the pace will pick up. And along here we can reach speeds of up to 30 miles per hour quite comfortably. As you can see, there's not much pedalling going on. We're all strung out in a nice line, just enjoying some good tarmac. And again, like I said earlier on, I'm using a new camera here today, and I'm quite impressed with the images. They seem to be quite still there as I'm pedalling along with the camera strapped to my chest. I actually took another camera today, but the footage wouldn't play back, so we're only able to view the video today from one camera, and I have lost quite a lot of footage. And these are normally the bits where Mike comes up to me when I'm talking to the camera and starts to, well, you know what. At the end of the day, these are sociable rides, and we like to have a laugh, and we like to ride fast. So here we are now, 31 miles into the ride, on the outskirts of Chorley. You can see the big circus marquee there, and we're about to cross the M61. And once you get around Chorley, it starts to get pretty flat. And here we are now negotiating some of the roundabouts around the Leyland area. And here we've got Lee and Chris. Lee is a very strong rider and Chris is in some really good form. Now Lee seems to be the kind of rider who's Mr. Consistent. He puts a good shift in on every ride. And as for Chris, he's just getting fitter and fitter on every ride. And that's a credit to all the training that he's been putting in. And here we are now, just further on down the road, some more roundabouts approaching, and there's Alan on the right with the yellow shoes on. And again, Alan is a very consistent rider and he has some good cadence when he's pedalling. Nice roundabout there, some good pace going around there. You can see us leaning over to get round the bend as we make our way towards the cafe. And the key along here is to keep the pace moving at all times. And here we have Nick, Steve and Owen negotiating the chicane, and we're about 34 miles into the ride here around Shaw Green and Runshaw Moor. And just moving further on ahead down the road, I'm coming through there. We've got Mike in front actually, we've got Owen ahead in the purple top, and we're carrying some good pace. We are all strung out in a line. It's nice and flat. And to be honest, it's a really nice feeling just to be in a group of riders all riding at this pace. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And then we had a puncture.
I think we got some bike talk.
You got a puncher? Yeah,
Puncher Darren. Not like you, that Owen.
No, puncher repair kit.
You notice how Mike's still sat on his bike watching?
Yeah. Do you need the magic levers, boys?
Yeah.
Mine, they should come off.
And having repaired the puncture, we split up into two groups because of the rule of 6. So we rolled in as a group of 5 with the guys ahead, and the cafe was just down this nice country lane.
Not really, no.
And what a cracking little cafe this was. It was bustling with cyclists, and sadly I used the other camera to film all this part of the ride. And so after a cracking stop at the cafe, and it really is a good cycling cafe, we had to negotiate our way through some roadworks.
What gear am I in? Oh, what gear am I in? Come on! Right, we've got it, we're in. So,
make sure you edit that out of the
Corona.
it's a good job you're in my bubble.